Okay, Zack turns all the augments prismatic. So a prismatic party. Ooh, hacked augment. So this is a trait hack, which means that every reroll gives you an emblem. Yeah, I'm thinking about playing Golden Ox here, but and Syndicate Crown, nice. Three golden removers should give you a prismatic remover. Okay, so Syndicate opener. Let me explain how Syndicate works. When you have 3 Syndicate units, you get this infinite consumable, the Syndicate head. You can see who is the Kingpin by the head animation above Shaco. He has like a large pink head. So you as the viewer, you will always know who's the Kingpin based on who has the head. And so what pretty much happens is that every Syndicate unit has a normal ability and an upgraded ability. So Shaco, when he ults, he deals like a bunch of bonus damage on his next auto attack. But if he has the Kingpin, then he teleports to the backline, or he teleports like to a lower HP unit before dealing the bonus damage. So if you want to play Shaco carry, then yeah, he obviously has to be the Kingpin. There's like nothing you can change about it. If you have 5 Syndicate, you get to play 2 Kingpins, and if you have 7 Syndicates, then all of the Kingpin abilities upgrade to an even higher level. Since this will be a 7 Syndicate game, you will get to witness a lot of very cool... Like, this game is the reason why Syndicate is my favorite trait in set 14. So, buckle up, because Syndicate is pretty awesome. Definitely, I feel like... Yeah, I would say Syndicate is the trait I had the most fun with. And this game is one of the reasons why. Unfortunately, Shaco 1-star is a little bit too weak to properly get kills. Also, if the lowest health enemy unit is in the front line, then it's kind of hard for him to snack the enemy backline at the beginning. Oh yeah, also I changed the Kingpin from Shaco to Darius. And I give Darius Morello. So... when Darius is the Kingpin, he does like a larger spin and he heals more. This synergizes pretty well with Morello. And in my opinion, like Shaco 1-star, it's kind of a waste. Because I feel like he's not gonna be stacking a lot of kills anyway. And at least until he's like 2-star or has more items. So I figured that the Darius 2-star with the large spin here, he's gonna like Morello proc the entire enemy team. And that should hopefully help me to have a good early game. He also full heals almost with every cast, so that's nice. And Darius has a Thunder effect as well. So as you can see, this Darius is kind of a Giga Chat. Speaking of Giga Chats, hello Shoko. Thank you for the raid. Quack is back. Yes. Your favorite raider is back. By the way, Shoko, we totally need to play some double up at some point. Because they revamped the double up system and we totally need to abuse that. I think PB has double up, yeah. I think it has. So maybe in like the second PBE week we can play some double up.
Your move, Leduc.
What? My move? Oh noes. I don't know, wait, I'm missing one. I'm playing Darius twice. Oh, Braum. I'm missing Braum. Right. Can you give a head to an emblem champ? Yes, you can. In case you're wondering, if you make the emblem holder into a kingpin, then the bonus effect is you start with a 30% max HP shield and 30 attack speed. I think that was the bonus, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think this Darius is quite different from the Darius from the previous. Like, in concept, he looks the same, but he feels and plays quite different. Like, yeah, he has like a damage fall off. He has, the heal works quite different. He has a thunder effect. His range can be increased with the Kingpin, so he feels quite different, I would say. More utility. I wish Jin 4-star had an Easter egg. That would be cool, yeah. Special ability for emblem. I just said it. It's start of combat, HP shield and attack speed. Yeah, but this Darius is kind of cool. I like him. The thing is, a lot of these Syndicate units are pretty cool, except maybe Braum. Braum is the one Syndicate unit I don't really care for. Oh, I think I'm getting Zyrad. Yep, I'm getting Zyrad. Rip me. Hello, Marcy. Is Darius Syndicate Bruiser? Yes. I feel like if you give this Darius BT Titan Serax, he's gonna deal less damage than the previous Darius. Oh yeah, Build-A-Bot Shaco and Worth the Wait Shaco is definitely gonna be sick, for sure. Lucky for you that you can play. This is a recording, this is just a playtest. Playtest recording. Yeah, all the neutral rounds have been reworked. They're completely different. You cannot lose by one Kruk anymore. Oh, you might have seen that. So I was confused why the Fiddlesticks didn't get the Morello proc from Darius, and then I realized by upgrading Darius to 2-star, he lost the Kingpin status, which is arguably a bug, but this is something for you guys to keep an eye out. If you have a Kingpin and you upgrade the Kingpin, he can lose the Kingpin status, which means you have to use the consumable again. Surely that's Prismatic Pipeline, right? Oh no, wait, right. Yeah, I remember why I went for this. Because I want to play Misfortune Carry. Yeah, so right here I had to make Darius into a Kingpin again. Yeah, so this Shaco, obviously this is not going to be a Shaco carry game. This Shaco is just going to be an item dump for Misfortune at the moment. Triple Death Blade. Yeah, I still haven't found Braum, so I don't have... and I haven't found Shaco 2-star and I haven't found Braum yet, so my mid game is suffering a bit, especially in a full prismatic lobby. For example, here the Vex, she's still gonna get hit by Darius because of the Kingpin bonus, which is super nice. Shaco will be popular for sure, especially because outside of Nitro, I don't think you can reroll anything. That's like, you can reroll Nitro, you can reroll Shaco, but outside of that, I think it's you're down to hero augments. Shaco have new animations? I don't know. I usually don't pay attention to that. I was actually surprised how many YouTube comments were pointing out that LeBlanc has the new model. See, I didn't greet the Prisoner Dilemma this time. I went for the 10 gold. And what do you think is gonna happen? I think Vex might have gotten reworked since the playtest, I'm not sure. The Vex that you see in the playtest might not be the same Vex that you get to play tomorrow. Everybody went for 5 gold. Okay, never mind. Everybody went for 5 gold. Everybody greeted. It's honestly really funny. It's really, really funny to see the prisoner dilemma. I've seen so many people get like 30 gold by themselves. I've seen so many people all splitting the same amount of gold. It's pretty hilarious. Look at this Darius, man. Oh my god, he's so good. Something I realized fairly quickly is Morello Darius might actually be legit as an opener. Like Kingpin Morello Darius, he's gonna sunder and burn the entire enemy front line. At the end of the set, I want to see the prisoner dilemma stats. Me too. I want to see them for sure. It's gonna be such a fun stat. A Riot can be like, our TFT player base is this greedy. I mean, we can totally play mind games. When we see the prisoner dilemma, we just write in chat, guys, I will be taking the splitting gold. You know, we try to like play mind games. See, the thing is like, when you get the prisoner dilemma and you take 30 gold, and then you only end up with 5 gold, the next time you're gonna be like, ah, this time I'm gonna take the 10 gold because last time I got 5 gold. And then you see somebody get 30 gold all by themselves, and then you're like, okay, next time I'm definitely splitting again. So I feel like there's gonna be a recency bias where, based on your previous experience, you're gonna change your behavior. Me 30/Defen. Okay, that's pretty funny, Lynn. Me 30/Defen. Oh, that's so good. Did I watch Worlds? I watched the drama surrounding Worlds, but I didn't watch any of the games themselves. I don't really like to watch competitive TFT. I mean, my board is kind of weak at the moment. Like, having Shaco with these Shaco 1-star with these 3 items is a little bit sad. But it makes sense to rush for Misfortune in this setup, so yeah. What you gonna do? You just have to sacrifice some HP. We have more gold on level 8. Yeah, these are the new wolves. They don't actually jump into your backline. So, I suppose they're a lot easier to deal with. They're like super minions, right? This is one of the hacks here. I got a green orb with a bunch of tiny loot orbs. But those loot orbs, they don't actually have that good loot. It's not that big of a deal. Here, Shaco pair, come on, give me the Misfortune. You can try to go for Darius Reza, but from what I've tested, it didn't really feel worth it. Dude, where's the Misfortune, man? Yeah, no Misfortune, rip. I mean, if you don't like the art design, you can just wait for months and then you're gonna get Soul Fighter set. The good thing about TFT is that the set cycles are pretty short, so if you're not vibing with the set, you can just like come back later. It used to be worse in the past. Like, if you didn't like Chosen Mechanic, you were stuck with it for 6 months instead of 4 months. That was pretty brutal. Greater Moonlight, that could be a Shaco 4-star, by the way. I could have been for the Shaco 4-star, but he didn't really have any stacks, so I didn't want to do it. But I could have. But I can't resist Call to Chaos. Emblems. Oh, very juicy. Hello, Syndicate emblem. Which means I only need to find Braum and Misfortune, right? Braum and Misfortune, and I have 7 Syndicate already. It's Braum? Come on. Where is that Misfortune? Is Braum 2-star? 7 Syndicate is a gold trade. It feels a little bit like a 9 scrap. You know, it's like super powerful, but it's not a prismatic trade. I mean, 9 scrap is probably harder to get because 7 Syndicate doesn't even need a legendary. What do the blobs do? So if you play Zac on your board, then you have a chance to get a bloblet in your shop for 0 gold. And if you buy it, then Zac gets HP and AP for the rest of the game. It's like oh, I found the Misfortune. Very nice. Infinity Edge, double Death Blade with Sword Overflow. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna have to explain a lot here regarding how 7 Syndicate works. So 7 Syndicate works quite different from 3 and 5 Syndicate because the 2 Kingpins you have, they get another ability upgrade. So they also get 800 HP, but that's not that important. So, for example, the Darius as 7 Syndicate Kingpin, his range is 4 hex. He effectively hits the entire board with his ability. The TF Kingpin, he throws, instead of 1 card, he throws all 3 cards, which is pretty nice. Misfortune gets piercing bullets. Braum gets like some bonus damage more often. The emblem gets bigger shield and more attack speed. And Shaco gets I think when he kills somebody, he gets like a recast. So Shaco actually has a pretty scary ability. The recast can like if you have a strong Shaco with 7 Syndicate, he can probably like one-shot half the enemy team in one go. So this was 50% attack speed and 50% start of combat shield. The normal bonus for Misfortune is additional waves, but the 7 Syndicate bonus is piercing for 80% damage, which is very powerful. And yeah, Braum, you couldn't really see it there, but Braum is pretty much just some bonus damage when he auto attacks and stuff. But as you will quickly see, 7 Syndicate Misfortune goes pretty crazy. Like the piercing bullet effect is so powerful. Yep. That's a unit. I mean, she has nice items. Double Death Blade Infinity is pretty disgusting. So for example, right now I upgraded Darius, okay? So what's happening at the moment is that when Darius ults, he sunders the entire enemy team. And then when Misfortune ults, she kind of like pierces through the entire enemy team. It's just such good synergy with each other. Like it's such a nice combo. Oh yeah, let me explain why I just changed my items here. So I was doing a test here. The reason I gave Misfortune a Marksman emblem is because the Marksman emblem has a special effect. Every time you deal physical damage, the enemy armor is reduced by 2. Now Misfortune has like a bunch of these bullet waves that are piercing, and every single time a bullet hits somebody, the armor gets reduced by 2. And I thought that was pretty cool. So that's why I wanted to play, that's why I wanted to try Marksman Misfortune. Now in terms of damage, I actually think it's weaker than a second Deathblade, but I thought it was an interesting test. And it might be something that has potential in the future. Why do I have an Elise? I think she's for Dynamo, so Misfortune gains more mana, I believe. Because Misfortune doesn't have a Shojin, which means I need to make her cast faster with the help of the Dynamo trait. But late game Dynamo is almost, it's always Aurora in the late game. Can you do, like, you can do Shojin on Misfortune, but what I can tell you already is this. Trust me, going full DPS and then trying to get the mana from Dynamo will probably give you better results than to give her Shojin. Because if you try to do Shojin on Misfortune, you're quickly gonna lack damage. Like, look how the Darius just hits everyone there, man, it's so good. I think most of the Dynamo units, they're not gonna bother too much with mana items. I mean, I feel like Elise might be an exception because with Elise you really want to min-max the casts because every cast reduces MR and that's pretty useful. But most of the Dynamo units, I think you just wanna min-max the DPS items. Like for example, Aurora is, you want the ult to hit hard. Misfortune, you want the ult to hit hard. In Elise is different. Elise, you want to cast as much as possible. No, PBE is tomorrow evening. For Europe, it's Tuesday evening. But there's no guarantee it will work right away. I don't tend to stream on Tuesday evening because you never know how long it's gonna take. So I usually just wait until Wednesday to start streaming PBE. This is not live, no. This is recorded gameplay from Playtest. But yeah, I feel like the Misfortune with double Deathblade was usually cracking 10k damage, whereas where the Marksman Misfortune, while she reduces armor, it doesn't actually result in a DPS increase. So yeah. I feel like Marksman Misfortune, it might be interesting in the right setup, but in this setup going full DPS would have been better. The fun potential of set 13 is fine. It's like overall anomalies did give you more options than the hex and whatnot, but I do think you can cook a bit. Like 7 Syndicate is a really fun trait to cook with. I mean, just look at this. This is beautiful. This looks absolutely beautiful.
No prey, no
The 80 after 8 seconds from Marksman is pretty good too. Yeah. I mean, she does take a while to ult, so usually you get the 80 bonus before she ults, right? Oh, no, wait. 180 was for Marksman, right? 18%. I mean, it's not that much compared to like a Deathblade. A Deathblade would definitely give a lot more. I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, if you have this much Dynamo, you're more likely to get a second cast out, but I mean, she's just dealing so much. Like, the 7 Syndicate is so strong, you almost never need the second ultimate. I think I finally decided I'm done with the Marksman testing. I want my second Deathblade back. Unfortunately, you can't give Marksman emblem to Jin because Jin is a Marksman. So I don't really have a good user for the Marksman emblem here. So I just end up giving it to Shaco. Syndicate can reset when you upgrade a unit. Oh my god, look at that. 16k damage. Whew. That is very... Oh my lord. 21k damage. Beautiful. I mean, the guy is playing a Street Demon, so... As he's playing Street Demon Bruiser, which means all of his units have a lot of HP. But it's gonna inflate the Misfortune damage a bit, because his units stay alive longer. But yeah, I feel like the combo of Darius Kingpin to sunder everyone and then Misfortune Kingpin to just kill everyone. That's a nice combo. I do want to try to make every single Syndicate unit work as 7 Syndicate carry. So at some point I want to have like 7 Syndicate Shaco, 7 Syndicate Twisted, 7 Syndicate Rom. And I feel like that's, I mean, that's at least 5 different potential games where we can cook something. Yeah, the blobs come from Zac. It's like a special... But it's like a part of like Zac's hit. Where the more you reroll, the stronger Zac is gonna become. I'm probably gonna check how much HP he has at some point. Yeah, Garen is definitely #1 chef in the kitchen, that's for sure. The mod system should allow for a lot of cooking. Yeah, Aurora is probably the coolest legendary. Like she swaps a 2-star legendary onto the board, but she still keeps fighting while staying safe. That's pretty sweet. Definitely one of the more fun units we have. Yeah, 7 Syndicate Misfortune is pretty broken. But the problem is, if I didn't have 7 Syndicate, her bullets wouldn't pierce, which means they would stop on the first unit hit. So if I only had 5 Syndicate, I feel like this Misfortune would struggle a lot more. No, she's quite different to Thresh, I would say. Oh, this is a bug? Oh yeah, I forgot this was this game. So what happened here is, if you check the previous fight, the Zac was splitting while mid-air, which caused a bug. It's like the violent trenchcoat bug, if you remember. But it resets after 1 round, so he should be gone now. But this is like very similar to the violet trenchcoat bug. Was a funny bug though. This guy has triple snipers focus Samira, holy moly. But isn't that bad because Samira jumps melee? I think it's bad, no? I'd rather have Mana Zane Samira than snipers focus, I think. Yeah, this Samira is kind of a joke. Yeah, like PvE games tend to be flooded with legendary soup games. It's not uncommon, because the thing is like, if you start doing lobbies between literal world champions and some small-time TFT content creators, then there's like a pretty large skill gap in those lobbies, and there's also a knowledge gap, because some people grind like 30 games in a row and some people play the set for the first time. And you can abuse this to sort of like figure something that quickly works And then just rush like 9-10 and play the legendary soup to win your games. Oh, this guy's going for some... Is he trying Samira 3? I think he is, right? He's like 5 Samiras at the moment. Yeah, I don't think Sniper Focus Samira is a good item build. It seems pretty weak. For Marksman, itemize Aphelios on the bench. I need to test a bit with Aurora, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the unit that is pulled in might be traitless. Because when I pulled in a Bastion unit, the unit didn't have any armor and MR. So I'm not really sure how much the units that are pulled in benefit from their own trait, even if it's active. Which means if you pull in an Aphelios, he might not get any bonus from Marksman at all. And that kind of is a problem. This is why pulling in units like Zac is really good. Because there's no downside. Oh yeah, he sold board for Samira 3. Rip. And that's a GG.